Adam from Restoration Design. Right here I have a 1972 BMW 2002 series. And over the next little while we're going to be showing various videos of different restoration projects on different areas of the car. As you can see, we've got all the preliminary work done. We've taken and cut out the entire floor of the trunk. We're going to replace the entire trunk panel. There are a few points in here. The wheel wells, both wheel wells are going to be replaced. And this channel across here, it's usually a good idea to replace it as well. We're not going to be getting into any of the wheel wells today. We're going to just install the trunk pan. Along with the floor of the trunk, we are also replacing the rear valance, which runs along the back and down the sides behind each tire. The first step in installing our trunk floor is to get it in place and use C-clamps or vice clamps to hold it there. There are various parts of the trunk floor that do not come with the trunk floor, so be sure to make sure you get all the components that are necessary that don't come on the new trunk floor. This is the lock post that needs to be installed at the same time that the floor is in, so it's a good idea to save it. The lock post at the back helps determine the height of the trunk floor. Once the lock post is in place, you can go ahead and secure the rest of the trunk floor with self-tapping screws. Now that our trunk floor is held securely in place, we need to get at installing the valance around the rear and the sides. The first piece I have here is the rear valance. Because these cars are unibody, they're not all exactly the same. So in this case, I had to cut the rear valance and remove a 1/4 inch from the panel and weld it back together to make it so that it was the appropriate size for this car. The rear valance can be kind of difficult to get in. What I've done here is I've taken 2 pieces of sheet metal with a bend in them and spot welded them to the edge so that I've got something to secure the side valances to. The side valances come with necessary cutting and trimming. So you want to fit your panels on and scribe them to the cut that you have there so that you get a nice, neat, tight fit just like that. You want to keep in mind that before you put everything together, you need to prep the material and remove the paint from the edges that you're going to be welding. So I recommend taking a grinder and taking the paint off of the new part and the paint off of the existing part of the car that's going to be welded. Now that we're satisfied with all the placements of our panels, we can go ahead and remove them and cover any areas that are necessary with the weld-through primer to help prevent future rust. Now that we've started to put it back together, we need to talk about the rosette welds. When you're in here welding the rosettes, it gets pretty warm, so you need to alternate your position of your welds. So I recommend doing them quite a ways apart and keep the area nice and cool. Once again, you can also use compressed air to try and help keep the area cool. When you're all finished welding, you can get your seam sealer and get your seams all along the wheel wells and along the side panels and along the back and get those sealed up nice so that you prevent future rust. I got a butt weld clamp here that I'm going to use to help line the sheet metal for the valance skin on the side. That'll help keep things nice and even when you're doing your seam. Just to wrap things up, I'd like to mention that we are making many more videos on restoring various areas of our 2002 model BMW. Make sure you don't miss any of our upcoming videos and subscribe to our YouTube channel.